What do we got this time? We got ourselves Team Red. They just had Shiryu. Get quite a number, but the rest of the team, they're gonna play like Danzo, Demoniac, Duel, and Pedro. As always, guys, if you're a stealthy or a feral, be out of cat form, be out of stealth unless you guys are dueling. Pedro, be out of cat form, please, and out of stealth unless you're dueling. That's gonna be ADH Mage up first versus Duel. That's Duel's trying to get us out. It's gonna be trying to get a polymorph on a feral. This guy got his hat on too tight. That's gonna be combustion coming down for ADH Mage. Trying to see if he can sizzle Duel's health. That's gonna be a thorns. Could actually spell steal those thorns. That would be a big brain play right now. But he's not going to go for it. Just getting scorches in the back to back. Seal those thorns. Seal those thorns. Seal those. Oh my god, that would have been such a great way to play against the feral. Try to still line up those scorches. That's gonna be big bites coming out. How is ADH Mage still hanging in there, man? He took so much damage out of this feral. Still trying to get this Greater Pyro. Actually juked out a Skull Bash. She could maybe go for a full Greater Pyro. Still go for Scorches back to back. Trying to min-max the Scorches. That's going to be bites though, taking it down, my boy. It's going to become Cauterize coming in. Ice blocks it immediately. ADH not really looking all that healthy right now. And Bordeaux is doing just fine on health. So far, so good. ADH dropping down that Ring of Frost. Bordeaux just trickings out of that. He's trying to go for the kill, boys. He's trying to go in for the kill. Seal those thorns. Seal those thorns, please. Do it for me, ADH. Can you seal thorns? Well, he didn't. Can you? Or can you just remove them? This is going to go for that invis, but the bleeds are going to get him out in the open. Still try to go for food, man. He's trying to get those mana buns. That's going to be an opener by Duel, but he did DR his own stuns. ADH is still trying to get some damage going. Trying to get a Meteor. It's going to be a breath. Does slam a Meteor on top of Duel's head, man. How's his head doing? Hopefully he didn't crack nothing. Big bite onto the Mage. Try to see if he can blink out of there. Barely in health left. Big bite to finish it off on Duel. Bordui? Is it Bordui? Like Ratatouille, but Bordui. Takes him out. Next up is going to be Boom Soul. Trying to get some resources going. He's going to go for the Spectral Sight. Here, kitty, kitty. Here, kitty. Oh, swooping him out. He thought he was going to come from this side. Psych! Other angle. Throwing a glaive. Take him out of stealth for a moment. Another blade rush. That's still going to be opener by Duel. He's still got that nice opener. Thorns coming out. Does he get to purge those thorns off? He does immediately. Letting that Azeroth elemental rock boy joining the fight of the back. Going to be settled to Duel. No chicken available. Going to be a full demonic available for Boom Soul. Going to rotate a bunch of annihilates back to back into Duel. As his health drops below health. Renewal coming down. No wall available. He's actually out of defensives. Having to run away out of the fight. Trying to see if he can just stampede past Boom Soul. But that's going to be Cyclotronic Trick. I think that's gonna end him. Trying to get a rejuve right now. Trying to heal while he's got a regrowth coming in. Stun on follow. And that's gonna be Boom Soul taking him on a couple of chaos strikes. Nice. Well played. Well lit. Yo, Pedro! Can somebody tell Pedro to come out of feral form himself, please? Ferals have a honor talent that could allow the rogue to get an extra heal. That's the only reason why I'm like being neurotic about it. Just to make sure these duels are as much a one-on-one as possible. That's not a buff you get from ferals. Pedro! Somebody explain this, boy. Somebody explain it. Boris! Explain to Pedro, please, to come out of cat form and stealth while duels are happening. Unless he's dueling. That's going to be demonic getting quite a bit of damage taken off the bat with an evasion to follow. Boomsoul tried to throw in a spell or something, maybe a glaive. Not going to happen. The demoniac is looking to get a full reset. Just trying to catch a full re-stealth versus Boom. Looks like he has a trinket used on, like an unused trinket used. Yeah, he was a little red. Beautiful, thank you. I appreciate that. You're beautiful. Thank you so much. Being super nice about it. Demoniac is getting a sprint. He's just trying to rev up, man. He's just trying to go. Boomsoul knows exactly where he's at. He knows exactly where he is at. Is going to go for Spectral Side. Could see the rogue any moment now. Sap still comes out of nowhere with a cannon shot to follow. Demoniac still landing that perfect opener that he needed. Is getting those dots rolling. Boomsoul is going to get a stun rolling on him. No chicken available right now. Boomsoul getting the Demonic up and running. Blade Dance to follow and used to connect and get a couple of Annihilates. Bang! Annihilates rolling in onto Demoniac without any defensive available into a blind and a boom. And Bloom, I don't even know what he trinketed, but blind is just going to put him a little bit back. Still has a fair amount of health, even if Demoniac had a Vendetta, which he does not. Would have still had plenty of health not to die down to a rogue. Demoniac just needs to whittle down Boom right now. Or maybe he's just going to go for a full reset. Is that what he's going to do? Just play for the long game. Boom picking up the eye, not wasting any time. Got his resources rolling with the Immolation Aura. 5 minutes in, we are starting to see dampening past this point, boys. Demonic already getting caught out of stealth. Boom is going to try to catch him. Nice blade dance to get the dot rolling, but that's going to be a cheap shot of Demonic as he's going to go for damage right now. No Vendetta, but it's still popping an on-use trinket with a Toxic Blade. Boomsoul is just turning the damage around onto Demonic as he's trying to get a Shadow Step. Cyclotronic Blast coming out. No way around it. Cloak of Shadows, use it. Doesn't even want to use that Cloak of Shadows yet. He took a nice blast to the side of his head. That's going to be Guardian of Azeroth, which he should be building combo points off of. What is that damage out of that Guardian? Did he just proc hard on him? Trinket coming out for Demonic as he gets a vanish off. Can't quite get a stun onto Boom, and that Guardian is going to slap him. Cloak of Shadows comes in to deal with a Guardian. Needs to get away from that guy. That Guardian is going to be the end of you. Smack. Wait. Smack. No, actually interrupted the Guardian. Actually used the kick on the Guardian. Stun onto Demoniac. I'm him to follow. Boom is just setting up to land the kill. And down he goes. And that's going to be Dan Zoll. Not wasting any time. Getting the Flame Shock up and running. Off of Boomsoul. Getting the cooldowns rolling. Like the last one with the Sky Fever Totem. Boomsoul making sure to kill the Sky Fever Totem. Getting a knockback. Try to go for a Hex. It's going to get knocked back on that Hex. Does Dancel have Blood of the Enemy? Big cooldowns. If Dancel has Blood of the Enemy, big cooldowns, he might be able to do it. Capacitor Totem getting a short stun into Boom as it does drop down. Darkness, lots of damage coming in for Dancel, but in Darkness, Boomsoul is just absorbing all of it. It's just going to fly up in the air. Dancel's taking so much damage out of nowhere. Has Counter-Strike Totem, but it's not doing anything for him. Does let a Hex to the Boomsoul. At least he has that. Safety Tricky get a proc though. That's going to set him back so far. This is going to send another beat ball at Boom with an Earthshock, Frostshock combo to follow to root him in place. Imprison coming in onto Dancel's. Boom. Try to get next to Danzel. It's going to be Chicken Light and Last and just try to keep the Demon Hunter at bay. Not the most amount of damage from that last, so it didn't crit as much as he wanted to. And Boomsoul is going to get hit with an Earthshock yet again. Frostshock wombo combo. But it still has the advantage, and looks like Boomsoul is just going to use the backflip to get advanced portion of the Boomsoul Southern. My brain just stopped speaking English at the end there. I was just freaking out that Danzel is just getting obliterated, to be honest. Last few words I mentioned there, that wasn't English, that was just me reverting back to my primordial baby form. When I was born, you know, hey, go goo goo gaga. That was me at the end. Oh, the Pedro doesn't make a slip up like that. Stun coming in. Pedro does have a little bit of a lag to him. Thorn's coming out right now as he's trying to get a setup on the Boomsoul and Boomsoul. You call him Boomsoul because that's all his character name, but this is Boomsoul. Demon Hunter steals people's souls. Cyclotronic Blast coming out onto Pedro, and he just has a fair amount of health still. He's going to get a regrowth right now. It's going to be a bit of a blade dance for Boom. Wall coming out for Pedro as he's trying to get a setup onto Boom, and Boom wants to get this Feral out in the open. Cyclone coming out, but Boom is actually going to counter it with a fly up in the air. Get a couple pelts. 8 minutes in, 20% dampener, boys. Anywhere from here, health is just going to be a much needed commodity. And Boomsoul is still just cleaving through the enemy team just like that. Pedro tried to see if he can get himself a reset. Boom got hit with a Maledict. Might have been a very early Maledict for Pedro. Might have been a very early Maledict for Pedro. Boom saw where Pedro's at. He's like, you know what? I'm going to pick up the eyes. I don't need my Spectral Side. I like mobility. I value mobility. I'm going to get a throw in there at Pedro. He's going to get his Azerite. Guardian of Azeroth slapping out Pedro on the side together. They might be able to get some big damage. Pedro is lagging really bad. So he's kind of like zooming all over the map, honestly. Stun onto Pedro. That's going to be I-Beam for Boomsoul. Try to get the big damage rolling onto the Feral. Thorns coming out. Does he get to purge him? He does get to purge him. This Feral is clean. That's gonna be Pedro trying to see if he can get a counter pressure going. Stun coming in by Boom. And Pedro saved the chicken properly and right now. Might want to go for a heal with renewal. Wall coming out. Might want to get a renewal while in bear form. Does land a skull bash onto Boom Soul's eye beam. Trying to stay in there, but that might have been a bad situation. Gonna get a Swiftman with a renewal procking on all in the same go. 9 minutes into this duel, and Pedro is out of all defenses. Trying to get counter offensive. That's gonna be Boom dropping down darkness, and Pedro is just gonna take advantage of the fact that Boom wants to sit on darkness, but Boom just let him get comfortable, get a stun, get quite a bit of damage. That's gonna be Metamorphosis down for quite a bit. It looks like Boom or Pedro, one of them picked up the eyes just now, and Pedro doesn't have any health. Thorns are up, might be able to purge him, does get to purge him, and that's going to be Ivy, and Pedro tried to survive, desperately trying to look for any health. He's got him. Boom, taking out another one, 10 minutes in. Last one left is going to be Shiryu, getting Boom Soul already in combat. Already off the bat, just like, alright, let's get in there, boy, let's get in there. Boom, at full health, with a trinket, no darkness, no Metamorphosis for a bit. So he's a little bit down on cooldowns, but if he takes out Shiryu here, big cheese 1v5 by Boom Soul himself. Stun with Shiryu, forcing out Chicken immediately. As Shiryu does want to go for a big setup. Boom is actually going to bail out before he gets hit with a leg sweep. Is Shiryu going to commit? He's actually going to stay out there. He's actually going to stay out and maintain his health. Try to be very careful with Boom. He's going to get a disarmament offensive fury right now. Try to pummel damage down to Boom. Into a Cyclotronic Trinket, actually not going to be able to use the Cyclotronic Blast coming out for Boom. Does get to zap on Shiryu and try to chase him while he's kind of sort of lowish on health. Try to see if he can force out cooldowns out of him bit by bit. Shiryu popping in a port to get out of there if he needs to. But he's going to try to go for as much healing as humanly possible. Spam and Vilify is going to be stunned by Boom. No Trinket available for Shiryu anymore. Boom doesn't have the I-Beam to follow here. It's going to get a stun on the Fist of Fury I-Beam right afterwards. Shiryu is going to try to stay in. It's going to do a little bit of a weird, like a slide, like a slip slide with a dragon kick. What was that? And Boom is just trying to stay on him as fast as humanly possible. Shiryu is still looking for that reset. Boom, getting right on top of him, getting him with the disarm. Maybe Shiryu finally might want to go for some damage. Getting that full image is up and running, but that imprison is going to stop the damage. And Boom could fly up in the air if he wants to. That's exactly what he's going to do. Going to get a fly up. Shiryu actually get to eat a couple pot shots, had to readjust himself, so he had to cancel a heal. He's falling behind, man. He's falling behind. Still holding on to that touch of death. Boom has a trinket back up and running. Stun it to Shiryu again. If Boom can just whittle him away, chip away at him like that, just like that big annihilates. Karma getting forced out of Shiryu, and Boom doesn't want to let him get a full reheal. Doesn't want to commit and funnel damage back into that Karma because that's just going to heal Shiryu. But at least he can just stop him in place. There's going to be Incap that does get broken out. There's going to be big Azeroth. Oh, Guardian of Azeroth dropping in for Shiryu. Getting hit with an Azeroth Elemental from one side with a Demon Hunter from the other. Stun coming out, forcing out, and he saved the Trinket right now. Disarming the Boom Soul. Has Blur if he needs to. That's going to be a leg sweep. That's going to trick it out of it immediately. Imprison onto Shiryu. Does Boom have a Cyclotronic Trinket again? Wall coming in for Shiryu as the last bastion of defense. Has a Trinket back up if he needs to. Next stun might be bad for him, but at least he'll have a way out of it. Shiryu is going to try to Dragon Kick all the way to the other side. Trying to stay alive. Every bit of health counts. Boom doesn't have a Trinket anymore. Shiryu still has quite a bit of damage ready if he needs to. That's going to be stunned. Trinket out of available. Going to have himself Fist of Fury. Does get to lock out with Boom Soul, but actually has to stop his own Fist of Fury. Incap into Boom right now. Forcing the images back. Can go offensive. He popped the images, but he cannot go offensive at all. Needs to heal his SCP. Cyclotronic Trinket does get to connect, and he's going to go down. Boom taking out the full team in a big old 1v5. Can you stop this Demon Hunter? Boom is already amazing at Rogue. He's already amazing at Warlock. He's already quite a decent hunter. Now he's also a menace on the Demon Hunter. What class would Boom pick up next? Putting all these guys out of business, dude. You know, I have some guys like Kachikan, God Warrior, Purple Haze, really insane Demon Hunter, Athuman, Crazy Paladin. Boom is just a master of everything, dude. He just with all of them, dude. He's just gonna get a Pala, get a big old powwow, big old judgment burst himself if he wants to.